Hello, Roland Mithril here once again, getting back to the Mega Man 1 Fortress Stage Perfect runs. It's time for the final stage, Wily 4, so let's get right to it. Immediately in the first room, you're attacked by a group of watchers. A little quick jumping and firing, and they're not too much to worry about. Just a shame that everything they drop ends up right in the spikes. Tragic. They throw a few more at you in here, but it's the same pattern as ever, 3 and 3. They're easy enough to get rid of from the ladder. And now a bit of a barrier to get through. I've got the guts! And speaking of guts, it looks like Dr. Wily's unhealthy obsession with Gutsman has officially begun. Seriously, what's with that? That just looks creepy. So be careful about all the screw bombers in here. Okay, that was kind of close. Yeah, you want to take that lower one down because it's a little bit too in the way. But still be very careful about all the shots flying around. Okay, time for a bit of a tricky jump. Yeah, I mean, with all the Gutsman obsession in this stage, you didn't think we were going to forget these platforms, did you? Sadly, no. The jump from up here is a bit tricky, but the rewards are well worth it. You get a Yasichi and an extra life. The Yasichi is basically an instant M-tank that completely refills your life and weapon energy. If we look in the menu, see, the super arm is completely refilled. Lovely. So now we just need to patiently wait for the platform to come back. Up the ladder, and it's rematch time. First up is Bomb Man. Get ready to run in case he does a far jump. He can jump right into the teleporter with you and cause a lot of trouble. Yeah, it happened to me during the outtakes. It's the first time I ever saw it happen. It was pretty silly. Fortunately, he isn't usually too much trouble. Next up is Fireman. Walk out just enough and immediately stop, just so you've got jumping room. If you're still moving when he fires, he'll kind of spaz out a bit. Also, only fire once per jump so that he doesn't get angry at you. Move forward on the last hit so that you don't land on the extended fire, and we're good. The next two, this is where it really gets tricky. First up is Iceman, and unfortunately, no real way to make this one easier. Just a lot of precision dodging here. Yeah, for those wondering, you can't get behind him to make him not shoot at you. He's smart enough to turn around. Believe me, I've tried. Why is the little Eskimo so durable? Again, be cautious about getting the last hit on him because it will lock up your controls momentarily. With that, all that's left is Gutsman, and unfortunately, you really have to cooperate, to count on him to cooperate. Jump at just the right times. Back off, Gutsman. Okay, that was close. I'm not really sure if there's a way to actually drive him back or not. It may just be luck there. But anyway, with that, all that's left is Wily himself. Fortunately, Wily Machine 1 isn't too difficult. Don't let your guard down, though. Especially during the phase transfer. You'll see what I mean. Now the first part, you can get a lot of hits quickly on the cannon. Just lure the shots as best as you can. They arc upward before coming down. And you can lure them around pretty easily. Just don't panic and run into the machine, for one thing. And don't trap yourself. Okay, here's the phase transfer. It locks up your controls again, and yeah, the bullet can still hit you afterward. Now you've just got the arcing bullets, this part is a lot easier. Still, don't fully let your guard down. You can only really hit him once per pass if you fire at the complete height of your jump. But so long as you keep up this pattern, Wily Machine 1 really isn't too difficult. Just again, don't run into the machine. And keep luring his shots. The sprite flickering is still a little bit bad, especially with recording. I want to say they improved that in future games. At any rate, I don't remember it being quite this bad in Mega Man 2. Maybe that's also an emulator issue? I'm really not sure. Missed a shot. And there we go, it's done. Dr. Wily is down. That's right, beg for mercy. It feels so unsatisfying when a game doesn't end with that. Or if it doesn't feature the waggling eyebrows. Lots of points. But sadly no scoreballs. So with that, time for the ending. Mega Man has ended the evil domination of Dr. Wily and restored the world to peace. However, the never-ending battle continues until all destructive forces are defeated. Fight, Mega Man, for everlasting peace. Perhaps one of the most iconic lines in the series. With that begins an ending that, due to the US instruction booklet, was kinda confusing. Back in the days before actual names were used in the credits. Where's Yuki-chan's papa? Yeah, see, the instruction booklet made no mention of this kind of thing, of Mega Man being something other than Mega Man. We had no idea at that point who Rock was, because the US manual didn't say anything about it. HMD, isn't that what Beautiful Joe's shirt says? Wonder what that means. There it is, Yuki-chan's papa. That's the name I always remember, that and Fishman. And there's the other part the instruction manual never mentioned. It said nothing about who Roll was. I've heard that she was originally supposed to have a bigger role, no pun intended, in the game, but it was cut due to time. But as a kid, having no idea who that was, I actually thought that was Dr. Light's wife. So, yeah, Mega Man 1 is complete. And of course that comes with a final helping of outtakes. Enjoy! So as I said at the end of the last video, they immediately throw enemies at you here. And it comes in the form of a bunch of watchers. That went well. There's a few more in here. Ow. Take your time so they don't layer shots against you. Sometimes they will anyway. Ow. Bugger! Finding a safe point is a key thing here. And getting the screw bombers to at least cooperate a little bit. Unlike that. And we face Bomb Man, who jumps right at me. Hi there. That's gonna be a problem. Look at him shimmy! Okay, I've never had him do that before. Last shot too. Bugger! The jump from here is a bit tricky. Case in point. Just be careful getting through the screw bombers, move ahead when you have a chance. It can get a little bit frantic, but nothing to worry about too much. Never mind. The jump here is pretty tricky to time right. Sigh. Oh, come on! First up, Bomb Man. Get ready to run out of the teleporter hatch. If he does a long jump like that, he can jump in the hatch with you and basically trap you there. It happened to me in the outtakes. It's quite silly. I was close enough that you shouldn't have thrown a bomb. Well, aren't you feisty? Next up is Fireman, and he's a bit more feisty since you actually have to run out of the hatch first. He can be a little bit trickier. Blast. I knew you were going to be a problem, Iceman. I just knew it. But we're just going to be patient and wait for that platform to come back, I think. And we're going to miss the ladder somehow. Bravo! But we're going to be patient and wait here a moment for the platform to come back. It scrolls back on screen? Really? Wow. Not that you need a second one, but that's kind of amazing. Okay. Ah, bugger! Oh, really? Oh, I missed time to jump. Blast. With Bomb Man down, next up is Fireman. Move out of the teleporter just enough to have jumping room, and then he does that. Why do you do that sometimes? I don't know what makes him do that. Almost. That's gonna hit me, isn't it? Bugger, yeah, I knew it. The phase transition, that is the key thing. Blast! So, there it is. The final stage of Mega Man 1. It's not without its troubles, but still, overall, things could have been far worse, especially for a rematch stage. I give Dr. Wily Stage 4 a 6 out of 10. Most of the difficulty here comes from the rematches, specifically those against Iceman and, if you're unlucky, Gutsman. He can close in on you pretty fast, and there's not really anywhere to run given the nature of the rematch rooms. Iceman, it's just how precise you have to be with dodging him, and for how long due to his having higher health than the other Robot Masters in this group. Seriously, big tough strapping Gutsman takes 2 damage per buster shot? Cute little Iceman takes 1? What's with that? Anyway, aside from that, the only other real trouble spot is the jump back onto the Guts platform. It's trickier than it looks, and it doesn't even look all that simple. Bloody spikes. Wily Machine 1 itself is not exactly the good doctor's most brilliant creation. The shots it fires are easily led and easily dodged. It's basically just the transfer between phases that you have to worry about. If you're in midair, it resets your falling speed, and can thus stick you there just long enough to get nailed with the last cannon shot Wily fired before you destroyed it. Even then, getting the timing right for luring the first of the larger shots can be a little tricky. Get past that, though, and Wily Machine 1 is quite easy. All that taken into consideration, 6 out of 10 seems about right. And thus, Mega Man 1's Fortress stages come to a close. So with that, the question arises of what's coming in the future. Fortress stages are going to be kind of a between major projects thing. Like I plan to do a major project, then a few Fortress stages, next major project, next group of Fortress stages, and so on. So the next major project, I'm going to be concentrating on finishing the original Let's Vote list, so next up is going to be the Legend of Zelda Minimalist run. I'll be starting that in about a week, and during that week I'll be making the smaller game-centralized Perfect Run playlists, so those will be coming soon too. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Mega Man 1 Fortress Stage Perfect runs, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well,